Yes, just like that, it is happening again. 7 more Jamaicans will be deported from the United Kingdom back to Jamaica. And bear in mind, this is coming right off the heels of the 4 Jamaicans that were sentenced in federal prison in America on lottery scamming charges. How often we are going to see things like these? How often we are going to see headlines like these? How often we are going to see plane a fly over our head and we'll check a stock at the port is it a carry? Anyway, viewers and subscribers, welcome again to Line TV. If you are new, please subscribe. If you are not new, then you already know what to do. Just hit that like button and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this story, what you think about this video, what you think about this topic. Now, earlier today, I saw the headline that said 7 Jamaicans will be deported, and many times we see headline like this, and the moment we see it, we as Jamaicans, we might just read the article, but after that, we just move on. Do we ever take a step back and really think about what this mean for the country that they are coming from? What this mean to Jamaica, the country that they are coming to? In fact, what does this mean for the actual deportees? I believe those are some of the questions that we should be asking, and those are some of the questions that I've been asking. But after really thinking about it, some things just don't make no sense. I mean, them said Jamaica have like 2.5 to 3 million people living in Jamaica. And I am sure, I can guarantee that probably every single person living in Jamaica would would wish to get an opportunity to leave Jamaica to go to Canada, US, UK, Cayman, or some places where they will be able to work and better themselves and them family. Now you can imagine, say you have others who actually get that opportunity, and only if you see them coming back to Jamaica as a deportee, off the bat, it no look good. Straight off the bat, that is not something that should be happening. That is something that need to stop right now. Too much people need opportunities like this, and the ones that we're getting not making any use of it. Now, I always do research on anything that I am interested in. Anything that I see and I am not sure of it, I always do my research. And based on my research, and not even just by going on Google, just by reading these articles about the deportees, most of the deportees, they are actually being deported because they are partaking in violent crimes. They either take part in a murder, them in a drug dealings, rape, stuff like those, right? So it's not a case where they are just in the wrong place at the well. Don't get me wrong, in the UK, there are times when the immigration officers them go out in the street trying to get illegal immigrants. Them see you at the bus stop, them ask you for your ID and stuff like that. So yes, me know say them actually do that in order to clean up them country and get rid of the illegal immigrants. And every now and then there might be a one immigrant that get deported who really and truly is a sad case for them to be deported because them don't deserve it. But most of who get deported back to Jamaica are people who actually deserve it because them not benefiting the country in no positive way. So what you think the country are going to make them stay? Absolutely not. Put yourself in their position. Would you want some? Look where Jamaica is when it comes down to crime and violence. I am sure if a lot of these criminals were some citizens from some other country, you would want them to be deported from Jamaica. For example, the man from Haiti who according to reports, is involved in the assassination of the president. Him and him family run come to Jamaica. Them capture them. The family will be deported this week because they are not benefiting the country. They poses more harm to the country than good. So that is why they are being deported. Now it just sad all around. It just sad all around. When them come to Jamaica, first thing first, them cannot get a job. One of the hardest thing is for them to get a job. Simply because them get deported. And not just because them get deported. Also because they are criminals. Again, not all deportees are criminals. Some of them get deported, come here, and them not deserve it. But I am just speaking on the majority. You come, you tell me, you look at job and tell me, say, you're a deportee. Me run a background check and find out say you get deported because of gun and drug charges and assault charges. I am going to think twice about hiring you. What I feel like should happen going forward, the government should try and put things in place to facilitate these deportees. And when I said put things in place, I am simply talking about maybe set up something where whenever them reach, them can sign up with a construction company so that them can get a job, or them can do some farming, or just about anything that will l- basically keep them occupied. But the moment a lot of them come off of that plane and them get transported to up our soldier camp or mobile reserve, well, it's not mobile reserve anymore, but I mean the moment they are being processed and them finish process them, some of them now the family are come for them. See, the moment them go through the gate, they are on the street. That cannot be good for anybody. That cannot be good for them. That cannot be good for the country because they're going to be out there struggling, can't get a job, and guess what? They're going to go right back to them old and wicked ways, the same ways that get them deported. Them are gonna go back to it. So the government really need to think about putting something in place to facilitate them, not just let them go up on the street the moment they reach. Not to say them yeah go put them a prison. I am not saying that, but at least maybe make them sign up for a construction company, make them sign up for some whatever that will help them in getting themselves settled in the country until them really can go on them own. Yes, one might argue that law abiding citizen out here they here can't get a job and need them opportunity there. But at the end of the day, something must be done. Now, when it comes on to the deportees, one of the saddest part of this all is that in most cases, deportation destroy families. And when we say destroy families, it destroy families. Now, I was reading one of the man that apparently he wasn't deported, but he was on the list because them say 100 people did up on the list and only seven of them actually board the plane because some last minute this and last minute that, some of them get taken off. But one of the person that was on the list to be deported was a man who reside in the UK for 22 years and him have 5 children over there. Five, not one, not two, not three or four, but five. Now you can imagine for a person like that to be deported, how torn that family can or will be. There's a high possibility that those children may never see their father again. That wife may never see her husband again. So it really destroys family, and it can also lead to a point where him wanna children them because he's not there to guide them as a father to be there for them. It lead them down right on the path that he was, the same path that actually have him deported. But overall, we just feel like say these are things that we need to think about. And for the deportees, or not to say the deportees, because They are already here, but I'm still going to give them a word. Please, just think about the positive. There is positive, there is good in everybody. A Jamaica this is not paradise anymore. Well, at least it's not paradise for the locals because we cannot afford the paradise. But we just have to try and keep on the straight and narrow. It don't make no sense. The same reasons why you are being deported are the same reasons why you might end up in a jail or whatever. Now, for the ones who are not deported, for the people then where they overseas, whichever country you're in, just think about the crime rate in Jamaica. Think about the sufferation. Think about the struggles in Jamaica. And if you have it in mind to do any bad in a country that is not yours, that can lead to you being deported, just think again. Make the